Hey, great question. Thank you for asking that. So, I believe that there was an inland sea in the Great Basin. Well, I don't just believe that, we know that. There was Lake Bonneville and there was Lake Lahontan, right? These were both prehistoric lakes that were, as big as the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan and all of that. There were also other ones. Yeah, is the theory and what the research has shown. Neither Lake Bonneville nor Lake Lahontan quite match the boundaries of where I believe that this inland sea would have to be, which in the Bible is referenced as the Sea of the Philistines or the Hinder Sea or the Great Western Sea. But right down here is Egypt, right? And then you come up in here. Let me get on this side, hang on. So if you come over here, this is the land of the Philistines, right down in here. So Gaza would have been right in here. Tyre would have been up here a little ways, so the water would have come up close to there as well. And it would have gone up along the coast of what we believe to have been Rome, or at least a part of Rome, which was up in Idaho. And then what happened is this whole inland body of water drained. I believe it actually drained north and out through the Pacific. And when that happened, it drained very rapidly and very quickly, like very, very quickly. And just from researching all of this, I get the impression, I think it may be drained multiple different times throughout history. At least that's the theory that people talk about. And, depending on the water levels and how much had drained and what had happened and how recently and all that went down, this inland body of water would be bigger or smaller, change shape. At least this is what I am putting together in my head. I'm not making up this stuff about there being inland seas here. Like, that's for real. It's just a matter of how big and exactly where and when during the time period that we are looking at. And maybe there's someone out there that can put together some better information on this. I haven't done so great so far on digging super deep into this. I just know that Lake Bonneville fits fairly well in some areas, but then also that puts Jerusalem underwater, which doesn't work. Lake Lahontan is a little too far west. So there was something else going on here with the water system that, like, the typical geologists, don't really talk about or haven't figured out. But it is common knowledge that yes, this was an inland sea, an inland lake of some sort at different times in history. So yes, the land, to answer your question, the Philistines, the land of the Philistines is down in here, and they would have been by the water, which was this inland sea. So just from the locations that we know biblically that we have been able to map out, that would have been by the sea line. It does look like at some point the shore of this body of water would have ran pretty closely along the Utah-Nevada border and up. At least at some point in time. I mean, I know it changed and morphed over time. That's the picture I'm getting. I would love it if anyone is, kind of a very knowledgeable about this type of thing and wants to chime in on this discussion, because it's something that I need to really dig into, and it's new territory for me. I don't know a whole lot about how people research where this where these old inland lakes used to be and how they come to these conclusions. Like, I would have to completely educate myself from the ground up, which I have done a lot of. Like, I have a general understanding of it now, but maybe is there anyone out there that knows more about this than I do? Because it's something on my list that I really, really want to get figured out and hone into. But and another thing is, like, they would send lumber and different things down from up in Idaho up here which was Rome. So like the Tarsus area, they would send lumber, if I'm remembering right? They'd send it from Tarsus down to King Solomon to help him build his palace, and I believe at Jerusalem. So anyway, hope that makes a little bit of sense. I'm kind of rambling, but wanted to try to show you.